Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone is doing well. In this video, we are going to introduce a new unit, which is called polynomial. And the first lesson, we are going to learn some key terms of polynomial. The reason we introduce polynomial after the unit of quadratic function because they are strongly related. And after the lessons of polynomial, probably you will figure out quadratic function is actually a special type of polynomial. That's why we put them together. So let's get started. Let's see what terms we are going to learn about polynomials. The very first question you probably have is, what is polynomial? Polynomial, as you can see, we have two parts of the word. One is poly, the other one is nomial. Poly as a prefix is actually meaning many. So another word you probably remember is polygon, meaning many sides. Nomial, in this case, is called terms. So come together, polynomial is many terms. But how does it really look like? Let's check the example here. Let's say this one is like an expression, right? So in this expression, as you can see, we have numbers. We also have variables. We also have exponent. So all these kind of components come together, make up polynomial. And this number, we do have name. The number in from variables we call coefficient. And the number itself in the last term, or as term with only number itself, we call constant term. And you can see for the exponents, there is actually a very important part to define polynomial using exponents because exponents in polynomial must be whole number. So what does that mean? That means all the exponents for the variable can be 0, 1, 2, 3, and keep going, but it cannot be some negative number. So let's check some non-examples here. So for example, if I have negative exponents in the expression, it is not a polynomial. Can we divide a variable? No. Can I put a variable inside of square root? No, because all this kind of case will give us fractions or negative exponent, which is not true for a polynomial, because exponent for a polynomial must be a whole number, either 0 or counting number. Another non-example is actually very common is 3 to the x power. As you can see, doesn't matter the number is, but the position for the variable is actually in exponent, which is also not an example for polynomial. This one is actually in the future we'll learn that it's called exponential function, but this is not a polynomial. So you can pause the video, can create a more non-example to help you to understand this one. So now let's check another major part of this lesson, which is the key terms of polynomial. In this video, we are going to learn what is a standard form of the polynomial, how do we find the degree, and we will introduce some special types of polynomial. Since we're going to deal with several terms, so we are going to separate the lesson into 2 videos, and soon hopefully you can check all the videos to help you understand all the terms here. So let's check the very first one. What is the standard form of polynomial? Before we read this definition, I want to give you a quick example to help you to understand this. So for example, let's write down a random polynomial. Okay, so as you can see, we have many terms here, and we have exponent 3, 4, 2, and there is the invisible one here. So standard form is very simple, is we just need to rewrite all the terms from the highest exponent to the lowest one. So what does that mean? Let's rewrite them. So I'm going to check the exponent, so I can see the very highest one is 4, so I'm going to rewrite this one, but do not forget, you are going to rewrite the whole term, so I'm going to bring the coefficient with me, sorry for that. And then just, continue. So next one is going to be the to the 3rd power, so I write down this. As you can see, this is positive 7, so I plus 7. Next is going to be 2, and next is 1. So the last one is constant term. As you can see, we do not have variable, which is considered variable. The exponent of variable is 0. So that's what we mean. Standard form, we just reorder them from the highest one to the lowest one. But there's one thing I want to remind you. The number in front of the highest exponent, this one we do know is called coefficient, but since it is with the highest exponent, so that's why we call them leading coefficient. Nothing fancy, just because it is the highest one is starting from the highest degree, so that's why it's like a leading the whole terms here, so we call them leading coefficient. Okay, so that's the first part of the lesson. In the next video, we are going to quickly go over degree of polynomial and we are going to introduce some special types of this. Stay tuned everyone, hope to see you everyone soon in the next video.